What's going down? We back. Um, so all the articles we got today, all the current event shit we got today, it's all pretty much US. All pretty much just on some US general US shit. It ain't really no world news. It ain't really no nothing like that. Nothing even really. Oh, I guess yeah. See, so it's some shit that didn't happen, but it's gonna have to be on the next episode because uh that rapper Trouble got murdered, but apparently it was on some like, rappers die all the time, which is not to say that it shouldn't matter, but I think it was on some shit like he was kicking it with a bitch and her ex nigga pulled up, sorry, with a woman, and her ex nigga pulled up and murdered him on some jealous shit. I'm not sure, cause all I know is just from what I was scrolling on Twitter, but I had seen that. What else? Kevin Samuels was trending again for some reason. That's really weird to me. All of that, that's weird to me. That meme that's been circulating around that's got like Amber Heard crossed off, and it's like the picture of, like Jada Pinkett and Meg Thee Stallion, and like these bitches is next type shit. Um, that's weird to me too. I've said that I think all of that shit is weird to me before, but it's just let it play out. Like it's the thirst for that to be the case that's so fucking weird to me. If that makes any sense at all. It's the fact that it's niggas out here and women too, people as a whole who want in all their heart of hearts, they would rather it be that Megan Thee Stallion is lying, and they would rather it be like all these other things than like they just be telling the truth about a motherfucker who did some fucked up shit. Like I don't know. The thing about it is that you don't have to preemptively cape for a nigga who's like accused of some shit like that when it's kind of on the fence right now. You could just shut the fuck up. That's probably my biggest thing. You could just shut the fuck up because all the times that I've mentioned all of this shit with Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, you've never heard me get on here and say I know for a fact that Tory Lanez shot that girl. I think he did. But I mean, I don't know yet. Like, we still waiting on all of this shit to come out. They still got to go to court. They still got to do all this other shit or whatever. So I'm really, for the most part, just shutting the fuck up, waiting for it to all go through so that I can then decide, you know, how I want to feel about it. I mean, honestly, it ain't much to decide. If I didn't have this podcast, I wouldn't care at all. I wouldn't care at all because these people don't have anything to do with me. These are celebrities who don't even care about my black ass. I don't care what Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez are doing. I just don't. But anyway, whatever. Um, yeah, that's just weird. But yeah, that rapper Trouble got shot. Kevin Samuels is trending again because niggas is like, fine. I've said this before. Niggas like pussy. They don't like women, and it's just true. It's weird to me too because women are dope, bro. Like no cap. Women are dope. They provide a balance that men can't give each other, in my personal opinion. And the same reason I think men are dope. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't need no men because I am a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, I don't need nobody to put that together for me or cut my grass or no shit like that. And not saying a woman can't do that, but I'm just saying, damn, like, most women would rather a nigga do that though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not about what you're capable of doing. It's about like, what do you want to spend your time doing? Do you find a sense of accomplishment after you do some shit like that? Maybe you do, but is it worth doing it to you? Because like for me, it is. I like putting shit together. I like putting shit together. Look, if a woman calls me and she's like, "Can you put this together for me? Can you hang this TV for me? Can you help me do da 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 da?" I like coming to do it, absent of even getting some pussy behind it. Like if they just want me to do it, like I like coming to do it just so I can be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like beach chest, I'm man, I make fire. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against admitting that that's the case. So it's just like, whatever. I don't I don't need you to need me, but whatever. I don't even know how we got all the way here. So I suppose we'll get right into these first articles type shit. Um we can start off with the articles that I left off before I went out of town because I had a few things that I was already gonna show y'all, talk to y'all about, and I didn't because, real talk. Uh, I I was tired that night. I didn't have it, so. But anyway, this is actually kind of an old story. This is from May 23rd, and I just finally got around to getting to it. Associated Press reports top Southern Baptist stonewall sex abuse victims. The Southern Baptist Convention's executive committee and thousands of its rank and file members now have opportunities to address the scathing investigative report that says top SBC leaders stonewalled and denigrated survivors of clergy sex abuse for over 2 decades while seeking to protect their own reputations. Um, Before I even read any farther, that's not like hella surprising to me. Motherfuckers be acting like it's just Catholics who be doing that shit. I grew up in Baptist church, and I'm not saying that I think that it was a bunch of wild, crazy shit going on in the church that I grew up in and shit. I don't. Um, but like when you talking about like the Southern Baptist Convention, I don't want y'all to be mistaken and think like this isn't black church. This is white church. This is when me and Devin be talking about white church. That is like Southern Baptist. Those are whites. Usually, I'm not saying that there's no black people involved in that. When you talk about like the Southern Baptist like convention and shit like that, that's pretty white. You should you should be able to Google like a picture, like a video of like their conferences and shit like that. They're pretty. It's like if you took a sandwich on white bread and then you filled it full of mayonnaise and I don't know white food coloring. It's white. You know what I'm saying? And you put like a couple of olives on there because white people like to put things that don't belong. The olives on a olives on a mayonnaise sale. Anyway, um, yeah, but so these are the people who this interested me is my point. That's the whole reason I said that to y'all. It interested me because oh shit, um, I knew off the top who these people were, and I wanted to know, what the fuck was they on? um, The report issued Sunday says these survivors and other concerned Southern Baptists repeatedly shared allegations with the executive committee, only to be met time and time again with resistance, stonewalling, and even outright hostility from some within the EC. I guess that's executive committee. Yeah. The 7-month investigation was conducted by Guidepost Solutions, an independent firm contracted by the executive committee to by the executive committee after delegates to last year's national meeting pressed for a probe by outsiders. Since then, several top executive committee leaders have resigned, and the body under interim leadership will meet Tuesday to discuss the report. 3 weeks later, the SBC, the Southern Baptist Convention, will convene its 2022 national meeting in Anaheim, California. The report will be discussed there as well. Um, that's that's how that kind of shit go. Imagine. So first of all, it's wild that all of this shit happens around religion, and motherfuckers wonder why don't nobody believe in Jesus no more. I keep telling, bro, I'm telling you, Jesus, you getting really bad pub right now. Between these niggas outside the abortion clinics, I want to talk to my nigga Jesus real quick. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm talking to my nigga Jesus. Jesus, you getting some real bad publicity right now. Between these niggas out here, outside abortion clinics, you know what I'm saying, harassing motherfuckers and shit like that. But outside of these people, you know, uh, advocating for policies to, uh, I don't know, basically say fuck them immigrants, you know what I'm saying, in the name of protecting the country. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the same motherfuckers who be talking about they yo niggas. It be niggas out here banging for you, Jesus, who talking about fuck an immigrant, who talking about fuck them poor people, who talking about fuck anybody who's not me and my white ass family. it be the same. If you want to go back, Jesus, they really been banging on you kind of wrong for a minute. They was taking words out your daddy book. You feel what I'm saying? Construing them and telling, listen, check this out, Jesus. And they was telling niggas that they were supposed to stay slaves because you said so. They were saying that you said slavery was the move, bro. They was putting this on your name, bro. Sullying your set. You feel me? That's what they did to you, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And now here they come with this shit. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole motherfucking organization dedicated to supposed to be spreading your name and your love. And what they doing? Fucking on the kids. And then when people are saying something about it, they like, nah, fuck that. Get up out of here with that. You being problematic. You just talking shit. They transferring niggas to other departments and shit so they can fuck different kids, so they can fuck exotic kids. They putting these niggas on tour talking about this what Jesus want. Get your niggas, bro. Get your niggas. That's why now you got a whole generation of niggas with crystals and zodiac signs talking about they spiritual. You know what I'm saying? You got this whole big ass book. Niggas ain't even reading it no more. All because these motherfuckers over here are old ass. Listen, get your people. That's what you need to do. That's what you're going to have to do. I don't know. Smite somebody, bro. The fuck? When the last time you smitten somebody? Anyway. All right, y'all. My bad. I had to talk to my nigga. I had to get with my nigga because you see what's been going down out here in the streets. The story goes on to say our investigation revealed that for many years, a few senior EC leaders, along with outside counsel, largely controlled by the EC's response to these reports of abuse, were singularly focused on avoiding liability for the SBC. See, these niggas weren't even trying to save the kids, Jesus. They was just trying to stay out of trouble. Anyway. In the service of this goal, survivors and others who reported abuse were ignored, disbelieved, or met with the constant refrain that the SBC could take no action due to its policy regarding church autonomy, even if it meant that convicted molesters continued in ministry with no notice or warning to their current church or congregation. The report added. The fuck? Like, imagine you go to a church and you get molested by somebody and you find out that the motherfuckers, the conference that your church belonged to, knew that a molester was in there with your church, and so that they didn't have to deal with the problem, they were like, we don't say anything one way or the other. If a nigga come into your church and he never fucked a kid before in his life, we don't mention it, so why would we bring it up if he fucked a kid or two? So what if he wants to be your youth minister? But bro, like, think about it. If you didn't, I don't know how many of y'all grew up in church at all. And I don't know how much black church differs from white church. Because I actually feel like black people are a little less, loose with our kids, really is what I mean. Like, less trusting of other adults, maybe, is actually the way I want to put it. Because, like, the amount of time that we spent with other adults, like, at their homes, you know what I'm saying, at white church was a lot. I don't know. I didn't go to black church, so I'm not saying it's not like this. I'm saying I don't know. I literally don't know. But it was a lot. Bible studies at other people's house. Fucking nigga youth minister, bro. We had sleepovers at the youth minister's house several times, playing video games all night. It was fun. He wasn't fucking none of us. He wasn't fucking me. You know what I'm saying? But so here's the crazy thing about that. Just a small side note. This how predators be, right? And this how you got to think. It's like the Bill Cosby thing. All the women who worked for the Cosby Show on a regular basis are like, he was like a father to me. He would never, he protected me. He cared about me, all this stuff. They could never see him in that light. But all the other women who he did molest, like, they like, nah, he's a monster. Like, y'all just don't see it because it never happened to you. That's the vibes from the that it's like, maybe it was like that in some of them situations when you like in these positions where you so close with people and like they have so much trust over you and so much, I don't know, it's just weird. I wonder if I don't know, I hope not, but I do know, you know, unless that shit got repressed. Repression is real. I don't think my shit got repressed, But that shit is real than a motherfucker. I don't think none of them people was fucking on me, but they could have been. That's kind of the point, is that they had the spaces to do so. And also, this is the thing I think, and I don't want to state this incorrectly as though I'm saying that victims of sexual abuse are weak in some way, because that's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am saying is that sexual predators know who's more vulnerable than others. You know? Like it's like part of being a predator. You know what I'm saying? Like a lion don't go for the strongest buffalo in the pack. What's the point? You just want a buffalo. Like just find the weak one, find the slow one, and eat that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So like with this, it's like maybe they know you have a history of being abused before, or maybe they know whatever it is. They like look for these things in you and prey on people and find the ones who they know won't say shit, or who they feel like will be too scared to come forward. So I don't know. It's really fucked up. It's not actually funny at all. It's just really fucked up because under the guise of you love Jesus and you're a leader in this church, people really do allow church leaders a certain amount of freedom that they would not give regular people. Especially when it comes to like their kids and their family and shit like that. But don't even get me talking about, because that's the thing. That's the sexual predator thing. Sexual predators find the places where, so it's not a surprise that there's a lot of sexual predators in the church, because they're like, it's a hierarchy that's like built on obedience. So all I have to do is like get some kind of status in this motherfucker and people feel beholden to me. But whatever. I don't know. I hadn't thought about that before. I'm kind of parsing this all out in real time with y'all. Um the report asserts that the executive committee staffer maintained a list of Baptist ministers accused of abuse, but bro, wait. The report asserts that the executive committee staffer maintained a list of Baptist ministers accused of abuse, but there is no indication anyone took any action to ensure the accused ministers were no longer in position of power at SBC churches. The most recent list includes names of hundreds of abusers thought to be affiliated at some point with SBC. Survivors and advocates have long called for a public database of abusers. SBC President Ed Litton, in a statement Sunday, said he is grieved to my core for the victims that and thank God for their work propelling the SBC to this moment. He called on Southern Baptists to lament and prepare to change the denomination's culture and implement reforms. The fact that you are aware that there's an entire culture that needs to be reformed, like to me, it's like thoughts and prayer Republicans. Like what you're saying is, um, we need to change the culture and da da da. But what I'm hearing is, uh, our bad. We kind of did know the whole time that this was like the fact that you know what changes need to be made in the culture lets me know that like you were okay with the culture to begin with. That's my point. You were cool with the culture. You knew about the culture. But now you're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like we knew that it would be easy to fuck kids the way we was running things, but we had no idea this many people would really do it. And we're going to change it up. It's like when the police are like, "We just need more training." Like we know it's really easy to kill Negroes and get away with it as a cop, but we had no idea this many niggas was gonna do it. We didn't know this many cops was gonna do it. So our bad. Just give us some more training and time. We're gonna change the culture. We're gonna have community policing. You know what I'm saying? Body cams. Niggas still get shot. I don't know, bro. I send my daughter to church now, but only because, and I hope I'm right about this, because you really only know, you never fucking know. I just don't think she'll be the one. I think that she's a little too outspoken. She'll bite a nigga, I feel like. So, hopefully, my baby will bite a nigga. That's what I'm hoping. Uh, I pray Southern Baptists will begin preparing We'll begin preparing today to take deliberate action to address these failures and chart a new course when we meet together in Anaheim. Uh, among the report's key recommendations, form an independent commission and later establish a permanent administrative entity to oversee comprehensive long-term reforms concerning sexual abuse and related misconduct within the SBC. Create and maintain an offender information system to alert the community to known offenders. Provide a comprehensive resource toolbox including protocols, training, education, and practical information. Restrict the use of non-disclosure agreements and civil settlements, which binds survivors to confidentiality in sexual abuse matters unless requested by the survivor. That's funny that that's one of the recommendations because that lets you know that they've been doing that. They've been settling suits, civil suits, and making them sign NDAs like, oh, somebody who we knew was gonna fuck a kid fucked your kid. We'll give you some money, but you can't tell nobody because we're probably not even gonna fire dude. You feel what I'm saying? Or we're not gonna say nothing, so he's just gonna be able to go to another fucking church. And it's crazy because when you think about how everybody knows everything about everyone in any of these kind of things, you know there's literally pastors and youth ministers who other motherfuckers be up there talking shit about at the conferences like, oh, you know how he is with those kids. You know he's too friendly with those kids like my nigga. So basically, you know he fucks kids, but you would rather talk shit about him than do something about it. And you know that's going on. That's why I want to talk about this shit because I knew this shit was crazy, bro. It ain't just them Catholics, bro. It's all organized religion. I'm not saying like they have no place in the world and fuck them all to hell or nothing like that. But what I am saying is that they are a breeding ground for motherfucking egomaniacs, pedophiles, narcissists, all of those. All of those. It's heaven for them niggas. Literally. It's a lot more. Let's see. See, yeah, it's a lot more. Yeah, the interim leaders of the executive committee, Willie McLaurin, welcome recommendations, pledged all our efforts. No, we recognize there are no shortcuts, blah, blah, blah. But even that's the last thing I want to say on this. They're recommendations from some people that they paid. So yeah, they said all this stuff, but they're not required to do any of these things. All of this shit will probably die down, and then we'll be talking about it again. In 10 years, we'll be talking about it again, and they'll be talking about remember the database that was supposed to be made? Remember the limitations of NDAs? Remember da 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 da? And they're going to go back and we're going to see all these instances where they didn't do any of those things that they were recommended to do, and it just went back to like child fucking as normal. Because it's fuck them kids for real. It's fuck them kids. I don't care what anybody tells me, bro. You're not going to convince me that anyone gives a fuck about any kid that's not their kid. Now, I'm not saying anyone, but I'm saying by and large, it be whole. Everybody who says they give a fuck, you have to prove to me that you give a fuck about these kids. Because don't nobody give a fuck about these kids, bruh. Because it ain't, you got to think, when you talking about all this sexual abuse and sexual misconduct, sure, it is probably not all kids. It's probably women who work in the church who getting coerced in different ways, and probably men too, because they be so many motherfuckers. It be crazy how many of these pastors is gay. It's crazy how many of these pastors is gay. And not that is, it's cool to me if you gay and you want to become a pastor. That's fine to me. But if you a pastor and then you gonna tell everyone later on that you gay, nah, bruh. This ain't the kind of place where you can do that. I'm not hearing that, bruh. You can't in an environment where that is such a not even divisive, but like unknown for Christians. They don't know how they feel about homosexuals leading worship sessions. I'm not a Christian, so it ain't my problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular old grew up in white church. You know what I'm saying? I'm saved and baptized, but I ain't no Christian. But anyway, like so you can't just come out the. But anyway, there's be a lot of these pastors who be getting outed like, oh, he fucked men. Like he's like, oh, my bad. He be going back looking at their old stuff. They talk about it's an abomination. Like, yeah, nigga, you an abomination. Like, chill dust ass. Man, it's just crazy to me, like the hypocrisy of it. That's all. Do what you want. Yeah, but these are all recommendations. They're not gonna do it. We're gonna have all of this time come back where it's gonna be the same shit, and that's it. Um, the other story from last week that we didn't get to, lottery winner, lottery winner sentenced to life in prison for murder. Man who won $10 million lottery is sentenced to life in prison for murder. Brumwood County, North Carolina, a North Carolina man who won who won a $10 million lottery prize in 2017 has been sentenced to life in prison for his murder conviction. The News Observer reported that Michael Hill of Brunswick County was convicted of killing his 23-year-old girlfriend, Kiana Graham. She was reported missing the summer of 2020. Her body was later found in a hotel room in North Carolina with a gunshot wound in the back of her head. Prosecutors reviewed surveillance footage from the hotel and found that Hill had been the only person in the room with Graham. He later confessed to shooting her after he reportedly found her texting other men while they were at the hotel. Oh, shit. The two had reportedly been in a relationship for more than a year before Graham was killed. Hill was found guilty on first-degree murder last week. He will spend life in prison without a possibility of parole. Ooh. Damn. I didn't know. All I read that made me put this article on here was lottery winner sentenced to life in prison, because I was thinking, what a fumbling of the bag. I have said this on so many occasions that it's a certain amount of money that I could accrue that there's really nothing you could ever say to me or my family to make me give a fuck. I just let me be, not let me have, but let me be worth $1 million. Let me be worth $1 million. Not have, just worth. You literally could not make me give a fuck about anything that you did or said that was not a direct threat to my family's physical safety. You could call my daughters all kinds of ugly bitches. I don't care, and neither do they. We are rich. Throw money at that broke nigga. That's what we'll do. Every time somebody says something else, we'll just throw money at your broke ass. Pennies though, hard money. You feel what I'm saying? We'll keep a bucket full of change for haters and we'll throw it at your bitch ass. Cause we only worth 1 million. But if we was worth 100 million, oh, we carrying money guns, bitch. We throwing money on you like a stripper when you call, oh, I'm ugly. Broke nigga. Pick that money up. Who ugly now? You look like a broke bitch all crawling on the ground trying to get $1 bills like a bitch. No, really. Honestly. You could never upset me. That nigga, if I would have seen Kiana Graham texting another nigga and I'm Michael Hill or whatever it is, was that his nigga's first name? It don't matter. Yeah, and I'm Michael Hill. I'm gonna just take my millions and go. But you know what the problem is? They was in a hotel room that they didn't find her in until later on. So they was probably crackheads. And bro, crackheads always win the lottery. I think it was my dad maybe that was telling me this, but it's not my original theory that only crackheads win the lottery. I think my pops had told me that shit. He was like, yeah, it'd only be crackheads who be winning the lottery. And I was like, wow. That shit is real, bro. It really do only be crackheads who be winning the lottery. They win it, they trick it all off, and then they be broke later on. That's why I remember when I was young, they had this show on E. And it was like, lottery winners, where are they now? Or like the 20 worst, like you know how E used to be back in the E True Hollywood Story days of E, back in the day. So it was like all the horror tragedy stories of niggas who won the lottery. Like niggas bought mansions and cars and then got strung out on crack and then started smoking crack in their mansion and then they die in the mansion. Like it's just wild. That's how it's always been. So when I hear about a story like my man Michael Hill, I'm not really that surprised. Rest in peace, Kiana Graham. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't make comedy out of this tragedy, but I mean, it ain't gonna bring these people back. And at the end of the day, I think it's an algorithm. I played the lottery before. And they like, no, you don't have a bad enough drug abuse problem to win the lottery. And that's bullshit. I got these kids, I got big fucking dreams. You know what I'm saying? I could be in a whole. Imagine if I won the lottery right now, I would build me a big, beautiful podcaster studio, and I would just kick my feet up and talk my shit. I would pay for endless marketing, so I would make myself successful because I would just blast myself all over motherfucking social media, nigga. I would get a billboard with my motherfucking shit on it. You feel what I'm saying? I would make myself that way. No matter what, I'll still get my paper up because now I don't have to work no more because I got the big check. Now I done turned the big check into a big bag. Now niggas want to endorse a nigga, sponsor a nigga. They like, can you sit on my couch with your feet up and say, fuck this couch? Can you sit, you know what I'm saying, on my grill, you know what I'm saying, with your barbecue sandals on and say, fuck this meat? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be fuck this, that, fuck this, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Getting this money. That's what I would do if I won the lottery. But they give it to crackheads, and what do? Kill bitches, smoke crack, lose it all. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And in no way do I agree with that. I'm not a fan. I'm not fucking with it.